Hello there, this is DBT, and this is Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8, and today we're gonna be driving this peculiar vehicle known as the Mercedes-Benz CLA 45 AMG Racing Series. That's quite a bit of a name, but yeah, we're gonna be driving this in multiplayer and checking if it's a good or a bad car because man, it's a Mercedes, it has a big wing, I like it. So, let me get into Classic Season, activate my boosters and start this up. Now, as usual, I like to show you how many races I have done so far, so you can see all of the races that I'm gonna do in this video are sequential. I have 21 races, so yeah, let's start this up. Now, as of me recording this video, I have already gotten to the Gold League, or whatever it's called, basically when you can start using Class B cars, and I'm obviously on the idea to get to a league to get my 500,000 fusion coins. However, I decided to record something different, something that wasn't in Class B, because I really think that there's a lot of fun to be had in other brackets, so long as you can deal with the, well, slower races, but let's be honest, at least personally, I don't feel like races are really all that slow until you get to the lowest brackets, meaning like the 1050 or 1140. Those brackets is where I can't deal with it. But once it gets to 1230 and onwards, I don't really mind. And honestly, I do believe that there's a ton of fun that you can have over there, so long as you adjust your expectation. Yeah, they're not gonna be nearly as fast as if you were driving a Class S car, but still, they're not bad races. And man, it's, to me, personally, it's always very fun to drive a bunch of cars, because as much as I like Lambos and I like super crazy looking cars and all of that, you know that I still like driving other vehicles just to see how they are, or simply because I like variety. What can I say? And I'm actually catching up to this McLaren because I know for a fact that it does have horrendous nitro duration. Can I get the spins? Yes, I can, but I lost a ton of speed. Oh well, maybe I could have stolen the first place, but I did a bad jump. Oh well. But yeah, I really think that there's a lot of fun to be had in other brackets, and man, why not? Why not? So, okay, I got a second place and I got defeated by the Mosquito, meaning the MP48. But I did beat a 370Z Special Edition, and that's it, because everybody else was on Boosted or on the Ranked. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright, I think there's also a Mosquito in this race, so we'll see how we fare against it. But yeah, I also realized that in this bracket is where I have the least amount of cars in the Class C brackets. In 1410 and 1500 are the ones that I have the least cars. And that's actually just how things have turned out, because I used to have a lot of cars in those brackets, mostly because I had a bunch of cars that were MP tuned. But as rebalances have been happening in the game, a lot of those MP tunes are suddenly broken, and it's just easier for me to pro out the cars, and that's what I've been doing. So I have a bunch of cars now that used to be Class C, and now they turn either into Class D or they turn into Class B. But yeah, I have a surprising lack of pro'd out cars, or performing cars I should say, in Class C. I have a bunch of cars, but I haven't worked on them or haven't upgraded them. Maybe someday I will. Obviously my objective or my preference or what I decided or chose to upgrade were cars with big wings or cars that look fantastic. That's kind of how I roll, you know how I be. But still, it would be good for me to increase my garage in these brackets, because whenever I'm playing on a Friday multiplayer events and when we get to do these brackets, I'm like, oh boy, what do I bring? I don't have a ton to bring, so yes. But look at that, another second place. Okay, maybe it's not giving me straight up W's, but hey, that's not too bad. I got defeated by a BMW M6, but I did beat a 370Z and Nissan Skyline, though that wasn't fully upgraded. And there's a Mosquito. Wow, that Mosquito didn't do very well. All right, you know what? I'll take it. If I can beat a Mosquito, that's fine by me. And by the way, in case you don't know why I call it the Mosquito, the MP48, it's because it's a tiny little car. It's very annoying. It's somewhat agile, well, it's pretty agile, but whatever. And because it buzzes, the F1-like sound that the car has, it's good, but overall it just made me call it a Mosquito, and that's how I know it nowadays. So it's a Mosquito. I don't hit the car though, I do use it, especially when oh god, I'm so sorry buddy. When I'm trying to rank up quickly, I use it. In fact, to get out of this league, the Silver League, whatever it's called, I used the Mosquito, and yeah, in a matter of some races I was already out, because that car is seriously strong. Though it does have one massive issue, which I mentioned in the previous race, that is the nitro. And speaking of nitro, this car that I'm driving right now, before it got rebalanced, I think it was already Class C anyway, but before it got rebalanced, it had actually really good nitro. Now it doesn't have bad nitro. It's not that it became bad, but it's nowhere near as good as it used to be. Now, before, with that good nitro, it still wasn't a great car or anything, but hey, it had that bit of an advantage, and somehow I just shot to first place in this race. Let's go, baby! What did I say? Big wing. What's there not to like about this car? And honestly, in general, Mercedes-Benz in silver, for me, they work. But this car has one particular color that I really dislike, and I think we're gonna have to have a look because I think it's funny to look at it in such color. But before that, let me just finish my race, make sure that I don't mess up too hard and lose my first place because... There we go, let's go, baby! First place. And what did I beat? Someone just quit the race, but okay, it's fine. And I beat a... Oh, wait, never mind. So it was two cars that were on boosted, Maserati Gran Turismo, and there was a triple boosted TVS Apache, but that's the person who disconnected, so... Roof. Alright, let me change the color of this thing. And if you're curious about precisely what colors are there, so here we go. There is the silver version, which I really like. Then we got it on black and green. Green looks kind of peculiar. I do like it because it's not a hyper saturated green. It's a little saturated. Looks kind of dope. We got it on blue. We got it in this horrendous, weird brown, yellowy color. I don't like it. This one is horrendous. We got it on red. Then there's some white, and then this one. Holy moly, it hurts my eyes because it's this yellow is not this yellow. All right, this looks yellowy orange. This looks yellow sickly regurgitation, if you know what I mean. And obviously the car also, let me change to this. It also has a bunch of decals because it's an old car. So let's just have a quick look. This one I do like, though it's for tokens, so I'm not super willing to pay for it. A bunch of the 2017, oh, actually just one or two, I don't know. Those decals, and there's this one which looks kind of dope, but for almost 500 tokens, Jesus. And then there's this one. So overall, the decals aren't necessarily something that I love in this car, but you know what? Fine, I'll bring the pukey color, whatever. Now listen, I like bringing cars that look cool, but from time to time it's good to bring one that looks ridiculous because why not? In the Friday multiplayer events that we do every single Friday, if you want to join us, go to our Discord, link is in the description. We color coordinate, and precisely sometimes we go for banana color, meaning just yellow cars, and I have to bring this one. And you know what? Is it the lighting of this particular track? It doesn't look nearly as ugly over here, though my texture hasn't finished loading. Oh, sorry, buddy, I didn't mean to do that. If anything, you touched me, all right? I never gave you permission to touch me, man. I said finish loading. It hasn't finished loading. You see that? Look at the rear of my car. It's right in the middle where the logo is. You see that vertical line going? Yeah, that's like a stitching of the texture, I think. There we go. It finally finished loading. And now that line is no longer there. You see what I'm saying? Anyway, can I steal the first place? I'm gonna run out of nitro, so let me go for some flat spins over here. I'm gonna slow down a bit, but this nitro should last me for quite a bit now. Don't push me, mother lover! Ah, you come on, man! Jesus Christ, I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. By the way, if you want to get a heart and a pin on this video, you need to leave me the keyphrase, which for today is going to be a sickly regurgitation color. The first person to post it gets a heart and a pin. You know how this works. So alright, I think I'm gonna have to settle with a third place because that dude pushed me onto the wall or something, and I know I got destroyed. He technically didn't knock me down, I don't think. I think it was just a wreck. Or maybe he knocked me down. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Wait a second. I might just be able to steal this third place because this guy's going very slow. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. Ah, let's go, baby. Second place. Oh, yeah. You know what? All right, I take it back. It doesn't look so horrible when you're in the race. It's just on the garage where this color looks like absolutely a nightmare. But okay. So I beat to a Maserati Gran Turismo Sport Triple Boosted. And I did beat an Ariel Atom Triple Boosted, everybody else on Boosted or on the Ranked. Okay, fine, whatever. All things considered, I'm not doing nearly as bad as I thought I was going to be doing. And because, yeah, I was ready to lose a bunch of points. And I'm like, I'll probably get demoted back into the Silver League or whatever it's called. But no, actually, I've been getting a relatively decent amount of points. Oh, look at that. Mr. Vita just... That acceleration of the Mosquito is crazy, man. But again, at least it does have that considerable disadvantage of absolutely bad nitro. So that's kind of fun to see. Don't push me, you little dirty... Ah! Eat it, mother... I'm fine, I'm fine. You're fine. Keep pushing me, alright? I take no responsibility. I've always said it. You start attacking me, I will attack you back, alright? I'm not one to give you the other... How does that saying go? The other cheek or whatever? cheek sounds like I'm talking about the rear portion of the human body. Maybe that's what the saying meant. Whatever. All right, so the Mosquito went for the nitro bottle, which obviously he needed, but that gave me enough space to get the first place. And if I make my nitro last long enough, he may have the acceleration advantage, but I have the lead, so I should be able to keep this unless I really mess up. Please give me 2 spins, 1 and 2. Let's go, baby, because that allows me to go triple tap for this section and possibly even triple tap on the landing of this particular ramp. All right, look at that. A little bit wide just to go here on a straight line. No drift needed, only here a little bit, and let's go, baby! Destroy that Mosquito. All right, when I say it like that, it doesn't sound as impressive, but you know what I'm saying. All right, so yeah, there it is, the MP48, and everybody else was on boosted or on the rank. Jesus, at least I beat that one, so I take that as a W, absolutely. Actually, I think I'm near ranking up. 40 points away from reaching the next league, wow. Off topic, while I'm waiting for the race to start, do you see how my car looks a little bit weird again? Like the texture's unloaded or deloaded or whatever is the word while I'm waiting here. That's kind of curious. See how... Oh wait, now it looks good. Okay, I don't know what's happening then. Whatever. Alright, to be fair, I didn't pay any attention as to what were my opponents for this race, so... Whatever, it's fine. Let's see what we get. One thing has proven is that this car can perform. Now, if I want to talk about the car performance itself, you know that I don't do car reviews at... Oh my god, the acceleration of... I don't really go like that because I don't have enough bases for it. But I can tell you what this car feels like very, very subjectively. Look, oh! Of course, the Mosquito knocked me down. Acceleration of this car, it's okay. Nothing outstanding, it's okay. Competitive, even. But yeah, nothing compared to that Mosquito acceleration that is absolutely broken. No wonder why that car is so popular in this bracket. The meta on this game absolutely leans towards... Dude, Jesus Christ! The meta of the game definitely leans towards acceleration, so that's why a car like that, like the Mosquito, does so well. So the acceleration on this particular car that I'm driving, the one that I would say the name, but it's extremely long and I never remember, I had to write it down in order to say that in the intro. It's whatever. What does seem to have pretty alright, it's nitro duration. Now, it's nowhere near as good as it used to be, but it's not bad at all. I would even dare to say that it's on the good side of nitro duration. And when it comes to handling, it's normal, nothing outstanding. So I would say that overall this car is just very normal, if anything with a tiny bit of a nitro advantage. That's where I would put it at, or classify it as, because other than that, I don't really think I can tell you like, oh my god, it's absolutely amazing how this car does this or doesn't that. Whatever. But as you can see, you can still have some fun with it, and that's what I was referencing at the very start of this video, that there's fun to be had even in good brackets where maybe you have a bunch of cars that you don't drive because whatever reason, but it's always good to have a look at them and see what they can do. Third place got defeated by the 2 Mosquitos, of course, but I did beat a triple booster Maserati Gran Turismo, which by the way is a very good car in this bracket, so the fact that I've beaten a couple of those, it speaks good for this car, though I lost some points. It's alright, whatever. But even then, I still switched the color of this car to something a bit more pleasant in my eye, because man, that yellow was not fantastic. And by the way, that is why I didn't show you the race counter on the previous, because obviously when I need to get back to the main menu, I don't get to see the counter. I guess I could show it to you on the leaderboard once I'm already going to change the color, but that just seems like a bit of a waste of time. No worries, you can always keep track of how many races I have done. Simply by checking how many races did I have at the start of the video, how many races did I end with, so yes, there we go. So now I did notice that there's one of the Vroomers in this race. It's Vroom's I'm sorry, I forgot, Windstorm, I think. But yeah, so by the way, if you're curious how you can be part of the Vrooming team, the requisites are really, really easy. All you have to do is A, be a legit player, no cheating, no hacking, no none of that, just be a legit player, and B, be a chill person that doesn't like drama, doesn't bring drama from other places, doesn't knock down people left and right for absolutely no reason. Just be, in general, a good dude or gal, and that is more than enough to be part of the Vroomers. Now, if you want to get a special role in our Discord server, you can change your name in-game to Vrooms, then your name without spaces, because otherwise, if you put a space, your name won't show up in the leaderboard. But anyway, so yeah, you can change your name and you're gonna get a fancy new role or special role in our Discord server as a flag bearer given to anybody that carries the Vrooms flag in their name. So alright, first place, baby! And what happened over here? I want to show you what I was talking about. For example, hey, what's up, Vrooms Windstorm? This is what I'm saying about not adding spaces, because if you add in space here between Vrooms and Windstorm, over here, precisely in the leaderboard, it would show as Vrooms, W, and period. That's it, nothing else. So that's why you don't want to put a space, put a dash. As you can see over here, it has a dash. So in that way, it shows the whole name. So there you go, a little bit of advice. And I got a first place member, let's go! And there's my race counter, by the way.
Oh boy, Sector 8. I hope it's not reverse, because reverse I always mess up at the very start. Come on. Let's let it be forward, and it's forward. Okay. Maybe I have a chance. Uh-oh. I'm at the very front. That means I'm subject to knockdowns and someone accelerates really fast. But no, actually, I managed to get my pole position. That's good. Now, I'm not a big fan of going triple tap in this whole section, but man, just had to make sure to keep the lead for as long as possible. Oh! Sorry, buddy. I wasn't going to knock you down, but you pushed onto me and you paid the price. I take no responsibility for that. I hear a car behind me flumming really hard. I really like that flummy sound. It's the same one that the 4GT has, and man, that thing sounds absolutely killer. It legit is one of my favorite moving noises in this game. Now, the Lambo V12 is not bad or anything. I do like it, but that particular sound of the 4GT, man, sounds so dope. So whenever I hear it in lower ranked cars, it's still like, ooh, it sounds like power. But alright, here we go. Am I gonna get another W? Let's go. Okay, hold on, but this is where I could mess it up. And by the way, how's the drift on this car? Pretty good. As you can see, I'm holding it all the way there. It's not extremely sharp, but you can see that it's definitely usable. So, let's go, baby! Oh yeah. So there you have it. That is the Mercedes-Benz CLA 45 AMG Racing Series. A car of the 1410 bracket. I don't know how you can acquire this car nowadays, maybe through Fusion Coins. I don't think it's a super special car. But as you can see, it can definitely give you some good results if you drive it well enough. That's not me trying to say that I'm a good driver or anything, just saying that sometimes I drive okay. But alright, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel because we're trying to get to the 10,000 subscribers, and when we do, long stream coming. But alright, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and stay safe.